Hi everyone, I'm Jen. I am taking out the trash and wanted to talk about some trash that's going on and in the world. I came back from a camping trip and to come back to the events that are happening here in this non-camping reality is it's disheartening and disturbing when I put myself in the people's shoes, or the 3D way, and I went through the process of judging me or observing me not being as attached to what is happening. I see it as waves coming to and fro, and you know, the 60s with Martin Luther King Jr. and that's the dumpster, Martin Luther King Jr. And just the ebb and flow of the it being bad enough that people awaken to the injustices. So whether it's race-based, or, you know, black, white, or other races against the other. I'm just looking at all the birds around. Uniform versus civilian, male versus feminists, male, female, traditional versus non-traditional. It's just we're all people. We're all people. And there are all these stories going on to divide. I understand people's passion, and that's 100% real. Everyone's reality is 100% real. I just, first of all, I haven't walked really since Stella's death, so I'm very out of shape. So you're gonna get some heavy breathing. But I was always the good girl. I thought I'd wear my good girl headband. I was always the good girl and not making waves. In fact, just trying to fit with the rules, appease the person I'm with. And, you know, up until this very day where I'm not going to share, but I do make it a habit of making it more comfortable for others, even if I've been given a seeming choice. I can not only telepathy hear what's really going on at times, and so I just I'm learning on firming up my bubble to not own any disappointment that the other feels if they don't get their way. And that's been a lifelong thing, because I was always the good girl. My sister, not my baby sister, but my sister, a year younger than I, was the brave one, but she was tethered to the what is and did the opposite, so she's still tethered to it. I'm rambling because I want to address an uncomfortable topic. When is it wrong to not be peaceful? When is it wrong to not be quiet and follow the rules? When is it wrong to break the law? So I'll just speak of me personally. if I would speak up about, or not if, but when I spoke about injustices and criminal injustices, no one listened. No one did anything. Now, I turned within, you know, and then I finally left those couple times. But one involved my children. When I left my husband, he last minute wanted to keep the house. He wanted to keep all the things, and I wanted the children. So we each got what we wanted, and my dog. I would have taken the cats too, but I could only have one animal at the place last minute that I had to scramble because I didn't know I was not going to have a home. But the point is, the children had 2 homes, and for the most part I let them decide where they wanted to keep what. And it's just a story now. But the current events and of protesters stepping over the line past curfew, I can only understand it 2 ways. The first one is a person who was still in the neighborhood, the marital neighborhood, called and notified that all the children's belongings were out in the front yard with neighbors getting everything. So the children lost half their stuff. What didn't get sold was put in the trash in the garage. Now, after the divorce, that house and property's not mine. Legally, I'm not allowed to be on it, and illegally, I took my van and took all of their stuff out of the trash. So, when is it wrong to be illegal? It's a wiggly line. It's a wiggly line. I'm having a brain fart what the other one was, so maybe I'm not supposed to talk about it yet. It's a ramble. It's just, when I say all lives matter, I'm including Black lives. I am not dismissing that. When my daughter said, me and this lady at work, we always butt heads, and we finally realized we're so similar, and we talked our way through it. We're such strong women. And I repeated the sentiment, almost, and I said, yeah, you two are amazing that you were able to talk it out. You two are such strong people. Women, Mom. Women. And I had meant no offense. So I get it. The pendulum has to swing the other way for people before it can come to the middle to include everybody. So I'm at odds with that as well. But people who have high heels, that's the second thing I want to talk about. People who are no longer comfortable in their home or community, whether it's no food or shelter or forced hibernation with restrictions. What I liken that to me is it was not safe in my home, and I did not cut myself, but when I would come home from work and could not handle what was going on at home, this is before children, by the way, I would go in our walk-in closet, take a high heel, and hit my my thigh so it wouldn't be seen anywhere. And I internalized it. That was a way of expressing what, hey birdie birdie, that was a way of expressing the unspeakables that were happening and the feelings that could be not safely be spoken about, or if I did speak, they were not heard. And so I'm thinking people that are hurting their own community by rioting, they're not comfortable in their home either. I'm honestly not here to take one side or the other. It's just, you know, I had a conversation with a loved one from one way, and then I had a conversation with another loved one that was fine with the good timing. When looting starts, shooting starts. I don't know if you heard that boom. Hi there. How are you? Fine, thanks. I did a march song. I forget the words now, but there are no sides. We're all one. I experienced the Mandela Effect, which is a trigger word, phrase for most to tune out. Another way of saying the ME is multiple experiencings. I seem to bounce around to different realities. I also feel like this one makes me a little emotional, that I bounce around from where this body lives to where my spirit is a balloon attached to this body. And hey birdie birdies. People call it different things. 3D, 5D. All I know is that when my balloon self has to live in this body again, you know, and jump back here, I feel so heavy. Yeah, I'm a fat woman, so that's a fat joke. But it's not a joke. I feel like it's harder to walk. But when I'm my other self, even in my this avatar, I'm not heavy. I'm like barely here. Anyhow, if you're still listening, it matters not which side you are taking on whichever divisive play you are participating in. These fireworks. No matter who, what, where, or when, I love you.